Cowboys Nation, Cowboys Nation, Cowboys Nation. I got to tell y'all, Dallas Cowboys fan, we don't know nothing. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I mean by that right after this.
They are an accident waiting to happen.
Stephen A, hush your mouth, talking all that noise. You can hate all you want, but we still them boys. Dirty, dirty D, Texas where we stay at. Me inside in order till you know that's where we play at. Hey, this year, this the payback. Yeah, we them Cowboys, and nah, we don't play that. Work, this is Cowboy Nation. Work, welcome to Cowboy Nation. Work, y'all can keep on hate. Work.
That's right, Cowboys fans. We don't know nothing. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. I do want to say thank you to everybody who's already signed on to sponsor all of our partners and everything that we're going to be working with this year on Defending the Boys. I know that we have Breakfast Brothers. We have Car Connect. We have the car wreck attorneys at I'm Hit. And I think we may have one more that's actually coming in. So we're very excited about what we're going to be able to bring to you this year. But yeah, hey man, look, I've been on social media tough. I've been on there heavy, and I've been watching everybody arguing. You know, my job, I'm trying to defend the boys, right? And so I realized that a lot of the people who are basically saying that they, don't think the Cowboys are going to do good are saying so because they just don't know. There are so many unknowns about the Dallas Cowboys team as a whole. For instance, we don't really know if Christian Parker is going to be as good as we think he is. Now, we have to take into consideration that everybody across the league, not just Dallas Cowboys fans, but everybody across the league who knows anything about Christian Parker is telling us that he's the real deal. Like, he's going to be good. There's really nobody out there saying, we didn't really like what he's done in the places before. Nobody's saying that. He's done an incredible job everywhere that he's gone. So we are making the assumption, based upon the fact that he's always been good, that he's going to be good as the leader. We don't really know. We understand that. That's fine. But we're making decent decisions based on more than just our love for the Cowboys. We're making our decisions based upon what experts in the league as a whole are saying about this coach. But we really don't know, right? The other thing is we really don't know about our edge position. Most of these is all defense because, let's be honest, we definitely know about our offense. You can say what you want to, but we had the same problems at tackle last year and still had one of the best offenses in the league. So you can't just on the offense say, hey, we don't know about the backup running back and how your tackles are going to do. They're going to do at least as good as they did last year. And we have a possibility of doing even better with health on their side. So I don't know. I don't see how you say anything about the offense. But going back to the defense, everybody's saying the same thing about edge. We don't know how our edge room is going to be because you got people like Sam Williams going from defensive end to outside linebacker. You got Ezraku, who didn't do very well last year. In some people's opinion, I think he did an incredible job last year. Just didn't get a lot of sacks. But then again, this defense sucked. I don't really know if that had anything. I still say that was just more what they had him doing, how they had him playing, and not just pinning your ears back and going against the quarterback because you end up leaving out lanes if they do run. And they were trying to keep us. It was kind of a bend but no break type of situation. Like, hey, it's okay that we don't get to the quarterback as long as they don't gash us at the running plays. As Rocco did good with run, but we still got scored on every time the opposing team touched the field. It was bad. But I still think Ezraku could do well. I think Shamar James and the middle linebacker could do, or inside linebacker could do well too. He led the team in tackles. There's promise in Sam Williams. I know a lot of people kind of giving up on Sam Williams. I'm probably one of them. I don't have just all the high hopes, but there is a possibility that he can finally accomplish with the right coach. Again, if you really think about it, since Dan Quinn, the coaching schemes that we've gone through haven't really been the best. So to try to judge a player based upon even the last 2 years is it's kind of difficult, just to be honest with you. They could play way better in a better scheme. And we've seen it happen. We've seen players who were on our team who sucked on our team with bad schemes and went to another team with better schemes and played well. So it's a possibility now that we have a better scheme, at least something that we assume is a better scheme, that those players could play well. So again, the defensive end situation is something that people talk about. They talk about the inside linebacker because we don't know which DeMarvion Overshawn is going to show up. Although, if you really look at the interviews and think about how he played when he was healthy, right, and then, I mean, let's take the last part of last year out, because A, it was on the worst defense in the league, and B, he was still really just recovering. I mean, he's had a whole offseason. He's off the brace. There is no limitations for him. We're expecting the same DeMarvion Overshawn, but I guess technically we don't know. But injuries is not a problem. Matter of fact, the Dallas Cowboys are so peaceful right now that it's hard for us as content creators and the people who do the big shows and DallasCowboys.com. Like, what are we really? I mean, if you notice, look at what people are talking about. People are out there really discussing like the possible George Pickens trade as if we're not past that saga. Because you need something to talk about, and the Cowboys is typically what you can talk about during this time of the year. But the only thing that people can really say negatively about the Cowboys now that the schedulers came out and we're getting ready for training camp is that they just don't know. And I'll give you that. We don't know. We don't know if the coordinator is going to be good. We don't know if DeMarvion Overshawn is going to be good this year. We don't know if Deron Bland is going to be the original Deron Bland or if he's going to be more of what we saw last year. We don't know if Siobhan Revel is going to be good this year, if he's going to kind of be what he was injured last year or just off of injury last year on a horrible defense. We don't know what we're going to get. We expect for it to be good because you got a better coach and a better coaching scheme. But again, we don't know. Boy, Dallas Cowboys fans, we don't know much of anything when it comes to this defense. We expect for our safeties to play well. We don't know which Malik Hooker we're going to get. Is he going to be better on a better scheme? We don't know. Jalen Thompson should do fairly well because he's a pretty decent safety. I mean, a very good safety in my opinion. We think Caleb Downs is going to be good, but I mean, he is a rookie, so I guess technically we don't know. Although, I mean, he's expected to be the one of the best players at that position to play generationally. But we don't even have to get that. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be that, but I mean, we're expecting him to at least be good. And honestly, we don't know. There's a lot that we don't know, but I mean, boy, does it not look good? Does it not look good? Does it not look like we're going to have great safety play? Does it not look like there's a possibility that Deron Bland is at full? Like we don't have injured players going into the league. I mean, going into the camp. Last year we had Overshawn and Revel. We didn't know where he was coming from, and we didn't. Man, if last year doing training camp and around this time, and when we actually got to training camp, we were saying things like, man, when Micah gets back on the field and Deron gets back on the field and we get Trayvon Diggs and full speed, when we get like last year, this time we had so many injuries waiting on Overshawn to get ready. And that's what we were saying, man, when this defense gets to full speed, it may be good, right? But we knew going into last year that these injuries was going to hold us up, and we were hoping that we could hold out, right? We were just hoping that we could hold out. Like, please just hold out. And I mean, they didn't. They sucked. Let's just be honest about it. They sucked. They were horrible. This year is a little more peaceful. We don't really have no injuries. Like, everybody's going into camp healthy. Everybody's going into camp excited about the possibility of what's coming. We haven't had this healthy of a team in a minute that I can remember. And I don't remember everything, but I'm just saying I remember the last couple of years is waiting for somebody to get healthy, the Trayvon or the like somebody. We was always waiting on somebody to get healthy so that we could be at full speed. And we're going into camp fully stocked and loaded. Everybody signed. Everybody's healthy. We getting ready. And sure enough, we don't know how these players are going to play, but I do know this. I do know that we're in a much better position at the beginning of this year than we were with all these other years. And Cowboys fans, we have a right to be excited. We have a right to be excited because the Dallas Cowboys are healthy going into a training camp. We have a right to be excited because we have one of the best prospects to come out of the draft. We have a right to be excited because we're bringing back our entire offense. We didn't lose any of them. We have both of our star wide receivers. We have our star quarterback. We brought back our running back. We're hoping that our backup running back, the rookie, does well, or if he doesn't, one of these other guys does well. We have a right to be excited because, in all honesty, the offense should be better than it was last year. It should be better because they will be able to play the game the way they want to play the game. They don't have to keep up. Last year, we had to keep up. Every time I came to you last year, I was talking about 40 burgers. Man, I think we can put 40 points on this team. And if we don't put 40 points on them, we probably not going to win. Hell, we put 40 points on one team and tied them. Now you're talking about a situation where you might can win a game with 28 points. Oh, we have a right to be excited, even though we don't know. We have a right to be excited. We have a right to assume that this defense is going to be head over heels better than what the defense was last year. Because our defense wasn't just fixed, it was rebuilt. This is a brand new defense. This is like getting a car for the first time and we get to play with our brand new toy, our brand new sports car. They didn't fix the old car that we had. We got rid of that when we bought another one. We got a 2026 model. Cowboys fan, we have a right to be excited because we have a lot of positive things. And people can point at, oh, we don't know how the offensive tackles is going to be. They sucked last year. It's going to be all right. We're going to figure it out. Oh, we don't know how we're going to get to the quarterback. You know what? If you really look at teams who were getting to the quarterback, they didn't have the one big guy anyway. You know what they had? Was they had some people who were able to get sacks. And if you got one guy that gets 20 sacks, or you got 5 guys that get 4 sacks, you still got 20 sacks. And at the end of the day, it might just be okay that we don't have a 20 sack guy, a 12, 13, 14, 15 sack guy. That might just be okay. We might be okay with putting 5 sacks on 4 people and saying, hey, we'll take that. We'll take that 20 sack year. Yeah, that might just be okay. And it might be okay because we have so many other positive things going for us. You know, we may have one of the best inside linebackers in the league because Overshawn could very well come back and be who he was before. Yeah, we have a right to be excited, and we're going to continue to be excited. I cannot wait for training camp. Man, this has been your late night report, defending the boys. I hearddwill, man. I'm excited, ready for training camp. Can't wait for them to make the announcement. Me and my son has already decided that we are going to training camp this year. We're going to be bringing you some very exclusive content at that time. But Dallas Cowboys fans, understand you definitely have a right to be excited. I'm excited. See you at camp.